Well, I'm glad you asked the first part of the question because when I first decided to be a part of this, I'll get back to how we started, but I felt like I didn't really have any experience, right? Because I didn't necessarily come from the industry. But after, talking to people, meeting, kind of trying to work through a lot of the bugs that we were trying to figure out as a company, for me, the way I was able to make it make sense was to realize that being an entertainer and being a restaurateur, you're still in the service industry. Once I reframed the dynamic of the relationship that I would have with this company and this business as opposed to the relationships I had had previously, I realized I had more understanding of where I needed to get to in the pathway than I'd given myself credit for. I just didn't understand really the minutia, the contractual aspect of it, but as far as creating something, building it, getting people to pay attention to it, and hoping that people appreciate it and then replicating that, we had some experience in that space, and we were able to do that. But to go back to the second part of the question, in terms of creating this company, I was approached with the concept of this company as a burger itself. It wasn't called this by two good friends of mine, Nick Sturfield, sat over there, and my other partner, Andy Quinn. And when I tried the burger, I thought it was amazing. They were like, we still got a little more R&D to do. They brought it back. I thought it was one of the best meals I'd ever had. We talked about trying to figure out what to call it. I was like, look, we jumping through hoops. It don't make no sense. Just Trill Burgers. Just make it, we were like Bun Burgers, Bun B burgers, Buns, all of these different types of things. All of the types. So shout out to Delaron. Delaron been trying to tell me to do Bun Buns for years. Anyway.
I like that.
But, I'm like, look, Trill has 30, years of cultural equity built into it. I think we can transfer that from music into this food as long as the food is presented on a level that's comparable to the music. So the same high, regards and esteem I wanted for the music that we created, both as UGK and myself as a solo artist, I wanted that for this burger. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put the word Trill on it because Trill came with so much hard work, blood, sweat, and tear equity built into the name that it wasn't worth putting it on an okay burger. But this burger is the best burger you could possibly have. I stand on it. I haven't had anybody come in and eat it and tell me different. And until I do, I'm going to assume that it's still the best.
Right. And I said that because I just had the burger. It was delicious. And you have some type of sauce on there. I'm assuming
that's a Trill. It's the Trill sauce. Absolutely.
Okay, so it's
an IP. It's definitely an IP.
Think about your secret sauce. Like, so you got your IP with the Trill sauce. What's your secret sauce to success when it comes to your employees?
It's crazy because the same muse carries across everything. It's my beautiful muse. It's now my burger and my business muse has always been my wife. My wife. When I say my wife is my right hand, it's the fact that we walk into rooms together with different assignments, right? I'm in the room to talk, she's in the room to listen, right? I'm watching the numbers and the paperwork, she's watching the mannerisms and the eyes, right? So I take my wife into all the meetings, and also it's important that my wife understand how these things work, because if I was a football player, my wife would not have to understand football in order to manage my football legacy. Basketball, but I'm a musician and I'm a writer. So there's publishing, there's royalties. She has to understand that business because people will take advantage of it if she doesn't know. So I bring her to all the meetings for that. And because of this company, she's part owner of this company by being my wife. It's important that she understands everything about this company to be a part of it. And my wife brings us a different set of eyes, right? Again, like I look at it from one aspect, Andy looks at it from one aspect, Nick looks at it from one aspect, and then my wife comes in and has this objectivity in the same way that my wife would bring objectivity to the studio, right? Once I got married, I typically, tried to make more music about my wife, and my wife was like, no, I don't buy this. Women buy this music. You got to make music for women that's not your women, that maybe want to be your woman.
Exactly.
Or want to be somebody.
She thoroughly understands.
Absolutely.
styles, the
nuances, absolutely. So, and I absolutely trust her opinion. I absolutely trust her opinion. She's been right far more than she's been wrong.
Yeah.
So it's just easy to ride it out with her. And if it don't go right, we'll just figure it out.
Okay. So, what's next for you? I mean, you built empires. You got music. You got Trill Burgers. You are cultural Colombian. What is next for Bun B?
We're going to do more burgers. We now have a chicken tender concept, Trill Tenders. We're looking to expand that. We're going to present that at the rodeo this year. We got a lot of great feedback from it. But the immediate plan is to expand the Trill Burger Company quickly. We should have 4 stores open in the greater Houston area by the end of 2025. Next year, we'll be looking to expand into other cities in Texas, potentially other cities around the country. But we're very patient. We're in no rush to grow this company in a fast pace. If that was the case, I could be selling franchises left and right and go home with a bunch of money and our company be dead in 2 years. But that's not what we want. I want a company to retain its reputation, retain its confidence in the kitchen and with our marketing and branding, and retain its lock on its space. I don't think anybody's really playing with this in the way that we are in the food space. We get to take a lot of liberties when it comes to marketing, branding, to merchandise, to engagement with the public. We get to do a lot of shit that people can't do right now. And so because of that, we try to take as much advantage of that as possible. I try to make myself as available as possible for this company because I know this company will go far by itself.